Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, depending where you are in the world that you're watching this video. Thank you for joining us and welcome to my photography channel, which is where I spend time talking about photography and cameras and smartphones, all those different things. So welcome. We're good to have you with me. And today we're going to be talking about DSLRs. No DSLR needed. Because many people think that to take a good image you need to have a smart camera, some kind of fancy camera that does all sorts of things, the DSLR in fact. But in actual fact, depending where you're traveling, etc., you may find that a smartphone will do just as well and take just the pictures that you actually need and that you really enjoy. So today we're going to talk about how you can take really nice pictures with your smartphone. DSLR, no DSLR needed. Don't get me wrong, it's not a big competition between should you use one of these or should you use your smartphone. It's not that kind of discussion at all. It's just telling you what you can do with your smartphone. This is what I use. I travel a lot. I've been very fortunate. I travel on cruise ships where I give talks on photography, which means I've had the opportunity to travel all over the place. And this has been my main camera wherever I travel. And I think it's fantastic. And it gives me all sorts of control. And I get the pictures I really enjoy. But in recent years, I've discovered gradually I'm using this more and more. Not because it's better. It's just because it's so convenient. And it takes photographs of a quality that are quite acceptable. Sometimes they can be stunning quality. If you use them correctly, you'll find that you can take some really, really good pictures with them. And what we're going to talk about today really is just 5 items that you need to look at. And if you look at those 5 items and you do those 5 things, you will find that your smartphone camera will give you pictures that you think are just remarkable. Just remarkable. And that's the first tip. Clean the camera lens. How many of you have ever cleaned the lens on your phone camera? Most people say no. I run photographic courses and I ask people who've come, do you do this with your phone? No. Think about it. Think about it. Because it's where your camera gets dirty. It gets dirty. Clean your lens. That sounds almost too simple. But think about it. Your phone spends time in your pocket, in your bag, on the kitchen counter. And every time you handle it, you're leaving oils because your fingers got natural oil on them. So you're leaving oil and dust on that tiny piece of glass which is your lens. People take photographs and sometimes they wonder why they're looking sort of hazy like this. It's because it's a gradual build-up, and maybe you don't notice that your quality of image is gradually deteriorating as your lens gets dirty. So just automatically make it a principal point. Clean my lens regularly. Then you don't ever have to worry about having smart pictures that look like this. You may think it looks arty and creative, and maybe it does, but you would like to be in control of what you're actually doing. So think about that. Clean your lens. Give your lens a quick wipe. Tip number 2 is use natural light all the time. Most people, when they get their phone cameras, they don't turn the flash off, the automatic flash, which means the camera will flash at all sorts of awkward times and will not give you the type of pictures that you would like to have. Flash ruins more images than it improves. So think about that. Natural light works wonders. So you turn your automatic flash off and you only use it when you desperately need it. Because flash is not always great because it can flatten out faces, can make us just use it when you want to use it. Open shade under trees is better. The golden hour, all those different types of natural light are fantastic. And that's what you need to do. So think about that. And our next tip is focus and also adjust the lighting. Focusing, your camera is fantastic. it does amazing things automatically. But sometimes, if there's something specific that you would like to be in focus, you tap the screen, depending on what model camera you've got, and you'd get a little yellow square like this. That means what that signifies is that is in perfect focus. The rest will be in focus, but that will be perfect. That's what professionals do. They select an item that really should be in focus because that's what you really want to see. And then think about, you can also adjust the lighting so easily. Again, depending on your camera, you can, some cameras you can just tap the screen and you get this little line, and that means you can move your finger up and your photo gets brighter, or you can move it down and your photograph gets darker. If you tap your screen, this doesn't appear. Read the instruction manual, because on some there's a little switch that you need to turn on or tap on in order to get this to work. But it means you have control of the exposure of your images, and you can adjust them to be exactly what you would like. Exactly what you would like. So think about this. If you're enjoying the tips, etc., think about subscribing. Bottom right hand corner there's a little thing, you can click on that to subscribe, or in the final end screen there's a picture of me me, and you can tap on me and that'll subscribe. But that'll take you to a whole list of all the different videos we've got posted, all about smartphone photography and normal photography. Next tip, in terms of composition, you use the rule of thirds. The rule of thirds is this grid that you can get to appear on your camera screen, and if you put the particular subject that's important on one of those 4 dots or 4 circles, that's an area of visual significance, as they say, which means it'll look really good. So instead of putting things in the middle, put them on one of these and it will look really good. For example, this is a natural view of the rule of thirds. You wouldn't use the rule of thirds in this particular instance, but this is to show you what the rule of thirds actually looks like. But remember, the rule of thirds is not more, I prefer to call it a tool of thirds. Use it because it can help you initially get your compositions looking really good, but you don't have to do it. It's a great tool and will help you significantly. Next final tip is edit your pictures in camera. Digital photographs are not perfect straight away, and you can just adjust them so easily. You'll have built-in software with your camera or your phone, or else you can have Google Photos. Google Photos allows you to do all sorts of things. Or else you can download Snapseed. Snapseed is just remarkable. You can do so much with Snapseed in your phone very easily. Try it out, because many people are nervous about what they're going to do. Try it out, enjoy what you're doing, because you can just change the contrast slightly, or you can just do a slight crop. You'll be amazing how much better your images will actually look once you've done that. Once you've done that. And take beautiful pictures with your smartphone. Beautiful pictures with your smartphone. And it's so easy to carry because it really is the camera in your pocket. And you've got it with you all the time. And what that means is, because you know that you can capture images, you will become more sensitive to what's going on around you. And you will enjoy things much more. So think about it. It's been really good having you with us. And I'd like you to maybe to come back, because there's a lot more that we can chat about in terms of what we do with our smartphones. So we're going to be doing that. But think about it. Try your smartphone. It's the camera in your pocket. And you can take pictures that are your pictures. Because remember, every time you push the button, you're taking a picture, but you're taking it for you. So it's your unique picture. And because you've got the smartphone in your pocket, you'll continue to take lots and lots of different pictures. Well, thank you very much for spending the time, and we look forward to having you join us again. Take care. Bye.